Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. For today we have something a little bit different planned. We're actually going to be working on the Leap wagon. One thing this car definitely needs are bigger brakes, and that's something I definitely noticed on the Illinois trip. These brakes just weren't cutting it when we were keeping up with those cars trying to get rollers. As you can see, look at how small those are. Now I have a solution to that, which is over here. We have Porsche brake calipers. These are 6-piston Brembos. I forget what these came off of, some sort of 911, but just look at how massive these are compared to my hand. Obviously it doesn't do it justice because my hand is big, but for reference, here are 2 D batteries. That is one serious upgrade. Now with these calipers, this is a common upgrade for people with Volkswagens, or I think some other Volkswagen products in general. They should just bolt up. From the research that I did, well, obviously they will bolt up, but the big question I have is, will they fit on the current wheel setup that I have? Because obviously these aren't factory wheels. These came off of an Audi S4. I actually bought the car like this, but I don't know. So I'm gonna do a quick test fit, but from the research that I did online, these should fit, theoretically. But obviously, things never go to plan, and things always have a way of going wrong with me when it comes to my cars and putting stuff on it. So we're gonna find out if these do fit and then continue. Let's take the wheel off and mock these up. This is always the fun part. Not having power tools. Having to use a breaker bar. We'll get there eventually. Loosening everything. Now that we have the fun part out of the way, which is getting the caliper off of the rotor without power tools, we're gonna test fit the 6-piston caliper on here. I won't be keeping these rotors because along with the upgrade, it calls for bigger rotors, which I believe for this swap are like ML rotors. So yeah, ML rotors. The hub is a little bit different. Have to get a hub adapter and a brake hose, which I have on order. All those parts I have on order. So we just gotta wait for them to come in. So I think this is the one. Take this guy, bring it over here, and test fit it on. Just a little bit of a side note that I forgot. You gotta cut the rotor shield a little bit. So I'm gonna do that now, and then we can put the rotor on. I completely forgot to do that. So yep, this is gonna be cut right there a bit. It might look like I'm being unsafe, but I got my safety squints on, so I'm fine. See? Fine. Perfect. Gotta cut the bottom one too. Put it on the safety squints. As you can see, it bolts right up perfectly. Like I said, this isn't the rotor we're using. It's going to be one off of an ML350, so it's going to fit a little bit better. Now, the moment of truth, will this actually fit according to my research? It should be close. I think that clearance won't be there when we have everything all said and done. So yeah, we get to put it on and make sure it fits. And then if it fits, we're gonna go ahead and paint this. All right, the moment of truth. This is gonna determine if I need new wheels or not. I hope not. Okay. These are coming off. Because those aren't put in correctly. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Oh boy. Okay, that rotor's coming off. That is a pain. That is causing some problems. So, rotor off. Just for this test fit, I'm gonna get some duct tape because like I said, those bolts aren't long enough for what needs to be done, so duct tape. Don't have duct tape, but this is the next best thing. Electrical tape. It's only temporary. So I think this should clear. Right now it's not clearing because the rotor's not on. Think of the rotor as like a little spacer. I think we should be good. Now comes the other fun part. You gotta put everything back together and then we're gonna go paint the caliper. So the wheel's back on the car, gotta move the jack. All good in that department. Now we gotta go clean these rotors. Sorry, we gotta clean these calipers over here. Gonna be using some brake clean. Ooh, love me some brake clean. Clean these off with brake clean. Then we're gonna paint them. So these calipers are gonna need a lot more help than I thought. I thought that was the color they came in, but no, that's just brake dust. Like, holy crap, did this person, I forget what these came off of. I know the person I bought them from, it didn't come off of their car. They bought it for a project, they didn't use it. But never washed their calipers? This is insane. Like, look at this, that is all brake dust. I gotta figure something out if I wanna paint these, because that's, I don't know. I'm lost for words. All right, so it's now the next day. I wasn't able to get the stuff that I needed to clean. That I had to order it online. So we have it right here. It's called Fallout Remover. This stuff is pretty nasty. So I found out about this stuff because I called my friend Brad. He does detailing for Beads Detailing, a local place that details cars. He was telling me I need to get this stuff because it's going to take off the brake dust. Like I said, this isn't what color they normally were. This is because of the brake dust. So now that I have the stuff to clean it, we're gonna put it on, wash it down, and hopefully today we can get this taken off, cleaned up, and spray painted. So according to the instructions on this, it says to spray and leave on for 3 to 5 minutes. We should watch the magic happen. Ooh, this stuff does not smell good. I just did a test spray. Hopefully it doesn't eat away at the plastic, because I have to have that plastic there. Stuff doesn't get inside. Oh, this does not smell good at all. Maybe I should have worn a mask. All right, so 5 minutes have passed by. Let's get the pressure washer and see what else we need to do. All right, I'm gonna let these soak for a bit longer. I'm gonna go get a wire brush or something because this is insane. Who lets their cars get that bad? This thing, with the calipers they're on this thing aren't even that bad, and I beat the crap out of it. Got the wire brush. Let's go take care of that sucker and get these things painted. This is taking longer than I thought, but you know, like I said, never seems to go planned. So I think this is as clean as we're going to get them. You saw how they looked before. I didn't think I was gonna see the color, the original color of these. There's like, you see a little pitting right there. I don't know what that is. I don't think that's coming off. So I'm just gonna go straight into painting them and making them look better. All right, so we have our paint booth over here set up. Little makeshift with cardboard. We got the calipers taped up, got the seals covered, and now for the fun part, which is painting the calipers. I got some nice black paint. I wanted to go with yellow. I couldn't find it. The reason why I wanted to go with yellow is to mimic PCCBs, like the Porsche carbon ceramic, since these are Porsche brakes, but couldn't find them. So the black was the next best thing, but yeah, we're gonna go paint the calipers. All right, so we got the first coat down. It did say light coats. Oops, I guess that's why you should read the instructions. So we're gonna wait 10 minutes, I think it said, then we're gonna spray the next coat, flip it over, and get all around. But I mean, overall, this is looking way better than it did before. I mean, obviously you can see some imperfections there, but the point was to paint these black and to make it look better than what it was before. So we're gonna wait, come back, spray them again, and keep the process going. We just put our final coat down, and man, these look way better than before. They're just nice flat black, but just look, dude, this is crazy. Now comes the not so fun part, or the longest part. We have to wait for these to cure before we can put them on the car. Take a couple days, so we're going to fast forward to next couple days once these have cured, so we can put them on the car. All right, a couple days later, I think it's like a week and a half later, everything is here. We have the calipers, they're all cured. Some brake fluid got on it, so it's a little bit ruined, but whatever. Have the pads. We have spacers, just in case my measurements were wrong. Have the brake lines, have the hardware that we need. The only thing that is left to do is to put it on the car. So currently I'm on my way to my friend's house because he's letting me use his lift. That would make things so much easier. Thanks again, Max. I really appreciate it. And I'm just gonna load everything up into the Leap wagon. Next stop, putting it all on the car. All right, so we have the car up on the lift. I'm using my indentured slave over there to do all the work. I'm just kidding, he started it before I could get over there. So we have everything set up, have these rotors. Look at how massive these are to go with the extremely big calipers. Look at this. We're gonna put that on top of there. That's the upgrade. But as I was saying, we got parts from Project B5, the hardware to put these calipers on there. We got steel braided brake lines and everything else we would need. So we're going to take stuff off and then we're going to put it on. All right, so first mess up. I forgot the hub centric rings at home, but as you can see, I want to do another mock-up to double make sure. I mean, I do have spacers over here just in case, but I got to go back and get the hub centric rings. So we're going to go do that. Just got back from my house and we threw everything on. I just want to say the Project B5 hardware for this, they need to come out with a better way. I don't know how well you can see, but you have to shove a wrench back there to get to the bolts. Like, see, look at that. It's a through bolt. I don't know why they just can't come out with something threaded. It was such a pain in the butt to put that on there, but we have it on here, and just look at how big this is. This is insane. It's going to take up the whole inside of that wheel. We're going to put it on before we start taking brake lines off, just to double check and make sure before we get to the point of no return. But anyway, we're going to put that on, make sure it clears, and I'll get back to you then. So good news, bad news, mostly bad news. I got to wait a little bit longer to put these calipers on. So it clears the wheel this way, right? Just look at how close that is. So it fits that, fits the wheel. Now where the problem lies is I did not get hub centric spacers. I don't know why I didn't do that. The spacing is correct. It's not hitting the caliper, just barely. But these are not hub centric. So the hub is not even, the wheel's not sitting on the hub, as you can see. So that's not good. So I guess I didn't do all my research. Yeah, I think we should be good. I stand corrected. I even said at the beginning of this video, nothing goes right with my cars, so I'm gonna have to cut to a couple days in the future to finish putting this on, but at least we do know the spacing that I got is enough to clear this. But we're gonna come back with longer lug nuts and a hub-centric ring. We got our little dog. Hi, dog. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? I think this one's name is Louis or Lenny or something like that. Yes. Give him all the pets. Sorry, my hands are a little dirty, but you guys are outdoor dogs. There's another one running around somewhere. I don't know. They're just kind of chilling out here. Who's a good little dog? All right. A couple days later, again. Well, I mean, not again, but you know, it's been a reoccurring theme. We got what we needed. Came in the mail. This little hub-centric spacer. This is exactly what we need to get everything finished. So just remember, if it says hub-centric, make sure to get it, because if it's not, you're gonna go through the same problems as me. We got the rotor on the car. Spacer is gonna go on like that. Now, there was one issue that I did find is this ring, which we need to adapt the rotor to the hub, is not letting this sit flush. So we have to cut this down on both sides. So I gotta figure out a way to cut this down, put that on, put these monsters on over here, and then once I figure that out, bleed the brakes, take this thing out on a test drive and see how it feels. I think that I'm gonna be able to do front flips with this, because this is overkill. I don't know if I mentioned before, this car only makes 150 horsepower. I joke about it having 5,000. I'm gonna be able to tailgate people all I want and stop on a dime because this thing weighs nothing. These came off of some 911. I don't think it could be GT3 RS. Could not be. It's not. I don't think it is, but it's definitely off a 911 or even a Cayenne. Regardless, 6-piston Brembos on this thing are insane. So we got everything done. So this is sitting flush now. I wouldn't want to say everything, but that's sitting flush, so that's good in that department. Now the problem we have now are these, what the pads ride on, are colliding with the caliper. So we're just going to take just a little bit off of each side. Yeah, just a little bit, teeny bit just off of this side. Not enough for it to like really affect anything or be dangerous, just enough so that we could put it on and it won't collide with everything. Bro's goofing off over there with the dogs. Got the caliper on both sides. Got on this side. And the YouTube video I watched on these was like, oh yeah, it'll bolt right up. You might need a spacer. No, it doesn't. It's never like that. Like that doesn't, it's never like that. But we got them in on both sides. We're gonna put the brake lines on, the brake hose, and continue. We'll do that fun stuff, bleed the brakes. So we got the brakes on the car, did all 4 corners, we bled all 4, and so much for the paint. The brake fluid got all over the caliper, but that's fine. This is mounted up, that's zip tied. That's mounted, that's mounted. All that's left is to put the wheels on the front of the car, lower it, then we're gonna take this thing out for a test drive. We're gonna do some stoppies, man. It's gonna be fun. Maybe some front flips, throw little front flips in there. We had some hiccups, had some setbacks, but look, it's all together. There's the dog. Dude, this is gonna be crazy. Time to take it out there and have some fun. Holy f***. Oh, dude, the calipers are everywhere in the back. All right, guys, so, oh, dude. I'm gonna do another, I'm gonna wait for that car to, whatever. All right, so we're gonna test drive the Jetta with the brakes on it. All right, so we're gonna do an emergency stop at 40. All right, you ready, Claire? Oh, dude! Oh, all right, I want to see. Oh my God. Okay. It was all worth it. We are rubbing a little bit, but you know what? That's fine. I think we're gonna do another hard stop one more time, because that was crazy. All right, this one's at 40 again, and okay. All right. I mean, do you guys think that was worth the I have a total of 250 bucks invested in this project? I mean, I know we don't have the power for it, but I don't care. This is probably the stupidest thing I've ever done. Like, this car does not need this at all, but I can say I got Porsche brakes on my Volkswagen, my little beater. All right, guys, that is the end of this video. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing, because I promise you I'm going to be doing even crazier things in the future than putting 6-piston Porsche brakes on a 100 horsepower Jetta. Trust me, I got stuff planned. Make sure you click the bell icon, subscribe if you haven't already, like the video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.